Yeah, it's the Quis. Once again, you have been invited to Quis's Couch. I am your host, the Quis. And if you've never watched an episode of this show, think of it like a cross between Big Tigger in the Basement and Oprah, with like a little hint of Mr. Rogers and Pee Wee's Playhouse thrown in. I talk about various things because I have a very eclectic, Paul Robeson-like love for pop culture, society, and pretty much everything. I dibble and dabble in everything from politics to sex to smoking weed, comic books, video games, sports, music, religion, relationships, which is different from sex. Two separate topics. So, let's see. X-Men First Class. Went to go see it. As a movie, it was excellent. As an adaptation of the X-Men comic, as well as the, excuse the washing machine. You know I keep it ghetto on Quis's Couch. If you don't know now, you know. You know, this is me in my house. Got the wife in there making bottles for the baby. Got the washing machine going on. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Grinding. One day, we'll have a nice little studio, Comedy Central, maybe, I don't know, BET, HBO. I don't know. Until then, we're on the couch. So anyways, it was a great movie, X-Men First Class, but I just felt that as an adaptation of the comic book, there was choices that were made. The whole relationship with Mystique and Professor Xavier, come on. Really? That was weird. It was awkward. And then in the subsequent movies, at no point does he say, hey, girl that I lived with my whole life and was my girlfriend, who he introduces his assistant, which was kind of shady. This is a girl that you've been with your whole life romantically, and when you meet a girl at the bar, you're like, oh yeah, this is my assistant. Like, could you imagine being introduced as an assistant? So Professor Xavier was, I don't know, as a character in the movie, he was interesting, but as an adaptation of the comic, the character that, was established 50 years ago, it just, man, it was kind of off the mark. So, looking forward to the Green Lantern movie, looking forward to Captain America, and I guess they're going to do a sequel to X-Men First Class, but there was just a lot of choices. Having Riptide as a member of the Hellfire Club, and Azazel as henchman for Sebastian Shaw, who is a German scientist who was like 100 years old. Come on, that. And then Darwin, of course, the black mutant had to die first before he needed a costume. Why my man Darwin couldn't get a costume? I'm just saying. Never even, he showed up to, he sat there, outfitting everybody. Me and my man Stegman was talking about this. And Darwin's like, where's my costume? They're like, oh, you gonna die before the team is officially started, brother. So don't worry about that. Just wear this t-shirt, little leather jacket. You're gonna be all right. You only got about 4 scenes. Yeah. Then, the other black mutant angel, Lenny Kravitz's daughter, shouts out to Zoe Kravitz. She defected, became the Black Queen, which was kind of cool. But a little on the nose, the black girl, when Sebastian Shaw has his hand, he said he'll become a queen. She was the Black Queen, because Sebastian Shaw was the Black King of the Hellfire Club. It was a good movie. It was. I liked it. I give it maybe a B minus over C plus as a movie. D plus for adaptation, so that bounces out to a C plus. But other than that, start working against all odds. Hip hop clothing. Shouts out to AAO. It's a great place to work. I don't like standing on my feet all day, but I do love selling clothes. And it's funny that when I look at a woman and or a man, whoever, and say you're a size 3 and you are a small, medium top, but that'd be crazy if you were size 3 and you had a medium top. I mean, you got big shoulders, which that happens. But it's funny, how you know my size? Because I've been doing retail for like 15 years, and how hard to look at a woman to tell that she's a 7, or look at a guy that's my size and tell that he's a 36, 38. So it's funny because people are just amazed, but it's fun, putting people in nice clothing. So come to Against All Odds, Carousel Mall. If you're coming through Syracuse, come holler at me. That's where you can find me. But it's fun because it's a nice store, a lot of hip hop clothes, a lot of really couture, just a lot of good stuff. At one point though, Against All Odds, you had a Nietzsche, Fat Farm, Coogee, Lacoste, Echo. That's when those brands were hot. Now though, it's funny because those brands aren't really anymore. Most of them, people wearing Louis and Gucci and other high end brands, but most people see the boys and young men that come in now, they want to wear tight ass pants. I can't. I looked at a Rockaware ad in like the Source magazine a few months ago, and instead of like what I thought I would see, some baggy jeans, Rockaware back in the day, some baggy jeans, Timbs, a hoodie. I saw a little dude with some tight ass prees on, some kids with no socks and ashy ankles, the suspenders. I mean, he looked like a tramp, like a gay, like Oliver Twist, like. I mean, that whole jerkin, tight ass pants. You got the boys that wear the Jaggies, and I just missed the time of baggy jeans and Timbs. It's just, I feel like I'm old. I see what the people want. I try to get them to buy stuff that give them room to breathe. The men and the women just want to wear everything tight. Girls, give me the shorts that's gonna give me a yeast infection. I'm like, Miss, you look like you should wear like maybe a 7. I want a 1. Matter of fact, let me get that 0, that extra small. So, it's interesting working with people, but it's a great job. Shouts out to all my coworkers. I hope it's just funny though when you work in retail. Somebody like me, I'm very charismatic and flirtful. And it's funny because my whole personality is about, giving you a compliment and working with you, making a connection. But it's funny, like, I'm talking to a female customer. If she has a real thug boyfriend, like if she's real pretty and her boyfriend is like, a white T-boy, and he see me talking to her, he come over like, oh, yeah. And like, I mean, look, I'm not trying to take a girl. I saw you over there. I know you don't make moves. No disrespect. But the funny is like, if it's a white dude with a black chick, and I'm talking to her, and then the white dude to see me, and he'd come over and be all like, huff. Like, I'm not gonna take your girl, but she's like, oh, you would be if I chose to go black. What I probably would have been. The white dude would be feeling all self-conscious. But the worst is when it's a pretty girl and she's a lesbian and her like man girl is there and she feels all self-conscious and she come over and then she just be all standing there like, screw facing me like, I know, I'm a dude. And I feel like I could convert any lesbian. Shouts out to all the lesbians out there. I'm serious. Like, you still a woman. And I'm like a dude's dude. So I'm just saying. So, although, like I said on Facebook the other day, I can certainly convert non-lesbians to lesbianism because that could probably be a little much. I'll admit that. But it's a moot point. I'm not converting anybody in either direction. I'm just saying hypothetically, I'd turn you. I've seen lesbians and made them like, oh, shit, this nigga, he's. I'm just saying. Dudes be trying to holler at me, so I know a lesbian. Come on. Pretty much anybody. Animals. Like old ladies, small children, they like, I'm like, I don't know, like, call me Magneto. I might have to evolve from Professor X. But anyways, it's just fun the ladies who come with the other ladies and then they be all, But then the flip of that is when I be talking to, the masculine ladies, lesbians, and the pretty lipstick lesbians, call them, they be all self-conscious, like, he might turn my little hardcore girl, he might, pull that stick out her ass and make her... Let me stop. I only got like 67 viewers, but then I got like the LGTBA after me, and I don't, no disrespect. If you do what you do, I'm just saying, if you a lady, I'm pretty confident you'll probably like me. Pretty sure I can razzle dazzle you. That's all I'm saying, and it's hypothetical. No disrespect, but it's still funny in retail when you're charming somebody and their mate comes over. At one time, this one chick got mad because her boyfriend was black and she was Middle Eastern. And she was jealous of her boyfriend because he and I started talking. He was Canadian and we were talking about black Canadian history. And he was like, he didn't know of any. And I'm like, yo, but listen, the whole thing is, if you're Canadian, then that means that the whole Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman's house is in Canada, her, final stop, the abolitionist movement, the Quakers, it's probably a rich Canadian black history. So me and him started, kicking in, talking about the William Lynch letters. Google that if you don't know what that is, and the effects that had on black society. And, we got into a real deep philosophical conversation. I know, at work, supposed to be selling Rockaware shorts, and I'm talking about, the prison industrial complex and the breakdown of the black family. But his girl she was jealous at that, like when she was cashing out, they was like, who helped you? And I was like, I did. It was like a $400, order. So then she was like, yeah, you were, but then you started talking to him and you didn't finish helping me. I'm like, First of all, I had to help other people. Second of all, I was helping your man. Like, how you gonna get mad at me? Like, it was crazy, you know. But it's funny how a lot of interesting people come into the store. It's like selling clothes at Grand Central Station in New York. It's interesting. I like it. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. It's the Quis. This is the couch. Thank you for watching, all 75 of you. Yeah. But yo, for real, definitely try to get this movement moving. Looking to be copywritten, looking to have a website, sell merchandise, license, all of that. If you're trying to help with that, get at me. Looking for a manager, producer, you know, anything. Take this rough clay of a product and mold it to a sculpture of beauty and razzle dazzle. Mm-hmm. Or not. If you don't, I'm still going to climb. I'm going to be alright, but just offering you an opportunity to jump onto the teat that is the key, the suckle from my awesomeness. Can't hate that opportunity. So before we go, I'm going to start to interview some of my other artistic talent to the couch. I do poetry and I rap, so I'm going to regale you with one of my poeses, and I'm going to sign off with that. Next episode, definitely expect to hear a caller, maybe get the couch. Maybe we'll do one of our on-location segments, Quis's Corner, Quis's Car. Look out for Quis's Cruise coming next summer. You know, we going to be out there. And by we, I mean all of the people that support Quis's Couch, you know, Team IJS, a Wolfpack, everybody that's there that's loving this, loving me, you know, we coming. So, here we go. Got a couple more minutes. This poem is entitled Of Masons, Stonecutters, and Other Such Destined Organizations. Actually, you can YouTube this poem. I'm performing it at the Underground Poetry Spot. Shouts out to UPS. But here we go. I haven't performed in a while, so bear with me. I am propaganda. I rule you fools. People the world over buy into my messages of misdirection. Pick politicians and figured-in figureheads. Spread my convincing conversation over news radio stations, broadcasting misleading music that moves the masses to predetermined motives and actions. Call me conservative rhetoric. I call you savages, heathens, and heretics. I also call you dumb, shiftless niggers with no ambition, but only behind carefully, clearly closed minds. If you listen to me for long, you'll even begin to sing my song. My vocation is indoctrination. Simply stated, I am controlled through methodical programming and medieval manipulation of man's spirit death. I move through churches and other institutions of supposed retribution, moving your spirits to patience and inaction, the fraction with your mind denominating. Denominations of multicolored nations lead to multicolored bloodshed, all with hues of red. No need to question the lesson. Let the messengers love you to sleep, young babes. Your betters are holding quiet counsel over your fate. Hegemony is me. You have all been hegemonized, thanks to my fellows. There's been an indoctrination through carefully planned propaganda and conservative rhetoric spewing facts and figures that make your faults look bigger and your strengths minuscule. I'm a people who believe only that nothing will ever change. The status quo will remain. But wait, there's still me. Proletariat revolution. Shh. My name must not be spoken too loud. Former people proud, not a race or place. My face is the have-nots of humanity. I am a class of those courageous and determined. And class is in session. So pay attention. Yeah, what? Alright, I ain't gonna lie, I messed up a little bit, but all in all, I felt like I brought it. Quis's Couch, holla at your boy. I'm coming back. I'm not gonna stop coming. I've been here before. This is one of many lives that I will continue to live until you get it. Alright, the truth is out there. On some straight X-File shit, because your boy Professor X, the Quis, I'm gonna see you soon. Deuces. Soon. I'm gonna see you soon. Alright, we're gonna do some editing. See, that's what I'm just saying. I need some people to holler at me, help me. Alright, I'm out. I love you. Holla at your boy. See me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Quis Qouch. It is what it is. Deuces.